Welcome to Week 13 of the Iowa Conference Series here on YouTube, and we finally made it. It's the final week of the regular season, and what a year we have had. And before we get to today's action, let's go ahead and look at some awards. First of all, National Offensive Player of the Week once again goes to Jerron Sunday of Starmont. Their stud running back goes for 122 yards and 3 touchdowns on 24 carries. He added 6 catches for 106 yards and a touchdown in their win over Cedar Rapids Prairie. Defensively, Marcus Kilgo of my Don Bosco Dons was phenomenal once again. He has 8 tackles and 3 sacks on the way to a 31-7 win over Central City. So Jerron Sunday of Starmont and Marcus Kilgo of Don Bosco, your National Players of the Week. And now let's take a look at the results from last week. First of all, Waverly-Shell Rock finished up their non-conference play by beating Ole Miss on the road 56-28. Go Hawks reached 10 wins on the season. They're ranked 12th in the country. The Grundy County battle, that is, goes to Grundy Center as they beat Gladbrook-Reinbeck 31-28. Traditional rivalry there that's gone away in real life after GR's moved to 8-player. Cedar Rapids Kennedy is ranked 18th in the country after a 24-21 win at Waterloo East. Cougars having a nice year. Don Bosco, my Don Bosco Dons, get the win over Central City 31-7. They're up to number 6 in the country after their 10th win of the season. Solon wins over Iowa City West 38-31. Iowa City High gets past Waterloo Columbus 38-20. Starmont's ranked 4th in the country, and they're still perfect after a 47-14 win over Cedar Rapids Prairie. And at Tiger Stadium, Cedar Falls got a tough effort from Williamsburg, but they hold on 28-21. They're ranked 11th in the nation. And now let's take a look at this week's matchup. First up with our user teams, Waverly-Shell Rock looks to finish an 11-win regular season and keep hopes alive for a conference title bid as they host Waterloo West. Starmont has finished conference play. They are guaranteed a spot in the conference title game. They are back at home to finish up the season in non-conference action against App State. Cedar Falls hits the road. They take on Iowa City West down south in Johnson County. And it's a big-time 8-man rivalry as Don Bosco takes on Gladbrook-Reinbeck at Senior Day in Gilbertville. And it's actually going to be the first and only night game of the regular season for the Dons as they kick off at 9 o'clock. In other matchups that are not user games, Central City hosts Waterloo Columbus and a pair of teams that are already outside of bowl eligibility. Big opportunity here for Cedar Rapids Kennedy as they have the national game of the week. They'll head down south to take on the nationally top-ranked Georgia Bulldogs. Solon is back at home hosting Waterloo East, and Cedar Rapids Prairie hosts Grundy Center. So 4 excellent football games here, and we'll start with conference action up in Bremer County as number 12 Waverly-Shell Rock looks to complete an 11-1 regular season. Let's get to Go Hawk Stadium now as they take on Waterloo West. And Waverly-Shell Rock enters Go Hawk Stadium a win away from the conference championship game as Waterloo West looks to play spoiler. But here, Taylor Hermanson is intercepted by the Wahawks on 3rd down. A big defensive play there by the Wahawks. Low-scoring affair so far. In fact, we're scoreless nearly midway through the second quarter. Late first half now as the Wahawks go to the end zone, and it's caught for a touchdown. Waterloo West strikes first against the Go Hawks as the Wahawks are on the board leading 7-0. But here, Hermanson pop pass to Lucas O'Doyle, who has blocks on the outside, to the 5, dives, and he's over the pylon. Touchdown, Go Hawks. Big play there to get within a point pending the PAT. 7-6 your score. As here's the PAT, but that one is missed. Wide to the right, no good. So Waterloo West in front 7-6. Just a matter of seconds to go until the break. Deep pass there for the Wahawks as they call timeout. And they will try a very long field goal here. A 50-yard try. Up, hooking right. It doinks off the right upright, and it's in. It's good. Waterloo West doinks it in. They lead 10-6 at the break, and they have the football first. Broken tackle there for the Wahawks. And now it's a foot race, and it's a bad sign for Waverly-Shell Rock. 10-5, touchdown Waterloo West. And don't look now, but Waverly-Shell Rock is in the biggest trouble they've been in since they lost to Starmont, down 17-6. But again, here comes O'Doyle, and this time he's in once again. Touchdown, Go Hawks, as they get back on the board, and now they're going to try to go for 2 to make it a field goal game at 17-14, make up for that missed PAT. It's another pop pass. This one goes to Keon Maddox. Almost has the edge. Can he get in? No, he cannot. Shoved down at the 1. No good. But the Go Hawks right back to it. 3rd and goal. Maddox, same play. Different result this time as they take the lead with 45 seconds to play in the game. A massive play there. And now Waterloo West on 3rd down. They're running out of time. The Wahawk quarterback trying to find something, but he's taken down for a sack. And now this is the last chance for the Wahawks. Down 4, need a first down here. Hit as he throws, incomplete. That's your ball game. And Waverly-Shell Rock would punch it in one more time for good measure. Touchdown, Go Hawks there on one of the last plays of the game. As it was a bit stressful there for a while for Waverly-Shell Rock, but they are your winners 35-24, and they are headed to the Iowa Conference Championship game next week, a chance for their first ever conference title in league history. Congratulations to the Go Hawks, and this is who they'll play. Starmont on the road in at home, I should say, in non-conference action, taking on App State. Here's a handoff to Zion Haywood, who gets outside and scores. The Starmont strikes first. They lead 7-0 over Appalachian State in non-conference action here at Starmont High School. Starmont already knew they were in the conference championship game at 11-0, as here goes CJ Baxter. He's taken down after a big gain. Second down and goal from the 1. Again, they'll go to Haywood, pitch to the outside, and he gets into the end zone. It's a quick start for Starmont. They lead 14-0 here in the second quarter. The Stars have been simply dominant all season, and they'll look to continue that here today. 3rd and 13, Elijah Fitzgerald takes a deep shot. Michael Hilton in the end zone. It's caught for a touchdown. Touchdown, Starmont, as they take another score there. Big-time play there for the Stars, as it's now 1st and 10 once again from midfield. They'll go back to the end zone for Hilton. That one's caught again. What a grab by Hilton. He's taken down at the 1-yard line. So it'll set up 1st and goal, and they'll go to their probably going to win the Heisman player, Jerron Sunday, as he's into the end zone for a touchdown. Starmont extends their lead even further, 28-0 here, not even at the halfway point of this matchup. And there's a deep shot. Once again, Michael Hilton makes the grab. Boy, he's been an explosive big play receiver for them this season, and he's back into the end zone. Starmont all over Appalachian State here, up 35-0, looking to extend that further here in the second half. But that is the first mistake of the day for the Stars, as Elijah Fitzgerald is intercepted by the Mountaineers, and he's got all sorts of room on the return. Fitzgerald trying to run him down. He and Sunday would knock him out of bounds, but the Mountaineer return man got all the way down to the 8-yard line. That led to App State's first score of the game. But here on the screen pass to Sunday, it's an easy first down conversion and then some, as the Stars have it all the way down to the 20-yard line, moving the chains. 1st and goal now from the 6. Here goes Jerron Sunday, juking his way into the end zone. What a move there to avoid the defender. Touchdown Stars. It's all Starmont in this one. They are once again all over their opponent. 42-7 here as we enter the fourth quarter, and nobody went with CJ Baxter, not in any meaningful way anyways, as that's an easy touchdown for the reigning Heisman winner, who's going to lose out to his teammate this year, funny enough, as it's 49-7 Starmont. Once again, here comes Baxter. He takes the pop pass. Good block there by Sunday. Baxter jukes a man out. Now to the 20. What a run by C.J. Baxter. He's gone. Touchdown Stars. 56-7 they lead. That would be your final scores. It's a simply dominant day in Arlington. Starmont's ready for that conference title game. They'll try to go back-to-back. Now we're over to Johnson County, Iowa City West, I should say, as Cedar Falls is the opponent, and they strike first as Ivan Berry on the touchdown reception from Deshaun Wheeler. Iowa City West gets it down to the 2-yard line, but on 3rd and goal, they're kept out of the end zone, setting up 4th and goal. They decide to go out of the gun. It's a delayed handoff, and that's going to be a big tackle for loss and a big goal line stop there for the Tigers as they hold him out of the end zone. Now Wheeler, pressure in his face, but gets rid of it in time. That's Jay Kumar on the reception. He gets it down to the 30-yard line. Big pickup there for the Tigers. And then Wheeler sends it over to his star receiver, his favorite target, Terrence Weeks, into the end zone for the Cedar Falls touchdown as the Tigers extend their lead further here at Trojan Field, 14-0. Now Ethan Hooks makes it 21-0. A touchdown run from Hooks, who's had a phenomenal season this year. He gets back into the end zone as Iowa City West looks to get back into this thing, but that's not going to get the job done. Franklin Moses gets in there for the sack for the Tigers. 21-0 they lead here late in the half, and that would make it 28-0. Terrence Weeks gets another touchdown reception. He's been fantastic this season. Clearly Deshaun Wheeler's favorite target. It's 28-0 now ahead to the third quarter. Late third quarter, Wheeler trying to roll out of the pocket, loses the football. It's loose, up for grabs, picked up by Iowa City West, and their big nose guard's going to try to do every lineman's dream and go all the way. But he's got some much faster players trying to catch him. Not much room left, but he's going to get dragged down by an offensive lineman down all the way at the 3-yard line. 3 yards short of every lineman's dream. But one play later, it's a touchdown for the Trojans as they do get on the board thanks to an exceptional defensive play there. But still, 31-7 after a Cedar Falls field goal, and that one is picked off by the Tigers. An interception there for Cedar Falls, as that was Cassius Cote on the interception, and Cedar Falls just having their way with Iowa City West here today. That field goal from Joey Kenton up and sneaks in there on the left upright. It is good, as Cedar Falls extends their lead further, and they run all over Iowa City West today. They win 34-7. 10 wins on the year for Cedar Falls. They are still a heavy contender to make the CFP. And we'll finish off in Gilbertville as it's senior day for the Don Bosco Dons. They host Gladbrook-Reinbeck. Here, Taven Jackson dropping back, finds his favorite player on the team, that's for sure, Zion Haywood, the star running back, also a threat in the receiving game, and he's 79 yards and gone. Touchdown Dons as Haywood goes 79 yards to the house. The second leading Heisman contender behind Starmont's Jerron Sunday on the year. He has had a truly exceptional season. Gladbrook-Reinbeck football now. It's a play-action pass. Deep pass, but that's the wrong team. Mel Wilson Morrell has been the best defensive back for the Don Bosco Dons all season long. Can't quite go to the house as he's tackled from behind, but gets it back to the Dons. Big defensive play there from Wilson Morrell. And here comes Zion Haywood getting outside. One play later, gets to the 10, 5, bullies his way into the end zone after lowering the shoulder, and he scores. Touchdown Don Bosco as they are quickly getting on the board here in Gilbertville, 14-0 over Gladbrook-Reinbeck. And now they're looking to make it an even further lead. 3rd and 12. They go deep. CJ Major, touchdown Dons in the first play of the second quarter. CJ Major has really come into his own late in the season, has made some huge plays, including that one, as Don Bosco leads 21-0. Gladbrook-Reinbeck trying to get a field goal on the board, at least get something going, but it doinks off the left upright, no good, and they can't even get that to go as it remains 21-0 Dons. Here's a give to Zion Haywood, jukes a man. Now he's got a little bit of space to run to the 50, to the 40, 30. He could go all the way. 10, 5, touchdown Dons, 69 yards to the house. What a nice performance here from Zion Haywood as he extends Don Bosco's lead. It's been a dominant showing for the Dons. They lead 28-0. And look out as Danny Powers and Duncan Stockton combine the sack for the Dons. They're having fun here. Powers, one of the seniors, being honored on senior day. Here, Randy Kelly, he's not a senior, just a sophomore, easily nails that field goal. He increases the lead to 31-0. Don Bosco having a fantastic performance here today. Gladbrook-Reinbeck trying to get the offense going here in the second half. Deep shot to the end zone is caught. Touchdown for the Rebels of Gladbrook-Reinbeck as they finally get on the board, but it's already 31-7. Handoff here goes to Jerron Sunday, who gets outside, beats his man off the edge, jukes his way into the end zone for another Don Bosco touchdown. Sunday's having a phenomenal season as Haywood's backup, a special teams ace. Has one punt return touchdown this year. He's a very important piece of the puzzle here for Don Bosco. Here's a play-action pass for Gladbrook-Reinbeck. Deep shot as Marcus Kilgo, the linebacker in coverage, got beat, and it's a Gladbrook-Reinbeck touchdown as the Rebels getting a couple touchdowns here in the second half, but still a big lead for the Dons. Here a play-action pass. A pass is caught by Haywood. Makes a couple men miss. Now he might go all the way. It's a foot race. Gets to the 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown Dons. 82 yards. Zion Haywood to the house. The second huge receiving touchdown of the day. Had one for 79 yards. This one, 82 yards. A massive receiving day in addition to the work he's done in the run game here. GR trying to get that offense going, but that's a mistake. Danny Powers picks it off, and he's got a little room to return up into Gladbrook-Reinbeck territory. The senior showing out here in his final game at Tom Ryan Field, barring, of course, a home playoff game, which is a possibility. Kelly on the field goal from the right hash. That's up and good. 48-14. Don Bosco extends their lead. They're having fun here today in Gilbertville as Gladbrook-Reinbeck. They're playing the backups. All the seniors are in for Don Bosco. And one of their very best, Marcus Kilgo, makes the sack there, his third of the game. He's just had a phenomenal season playing defensive end. And on 3rd down and 12, Danny Powers says, "I'll have another." Picks it off again. Has even more room on the return. Gets down to the 43-yard line. What a performance by that young man in his final home regular season game as a Don. And this one goes to Jerron Sunday, who's got the blocking one man to beat Jukes out of the way, and he's in for another touchdown. Sunday gets into the end zone a couple of times today. He's just a junior. They've got one more year of him in Gilbertville. And it's all Don's in this one. A phenomenal performance by Don Bosco. Coach Warrington pumping his fist as 55-21 is your final. Don Bosco won't quite make the conference championship game, unfortunately, but still a lot to be proud of with an 11-1 season. And now let's take a look at those regular season standings to end the year. So, of course, Starmont is your conference champion in the regular season, which, of course, doesn't mean a whole lot. But they do go 10-0 in conference play, 12-0 overall, perfect for the second regular season in a row. Starmont is going to be the home team in the conference championship game, and they will take on Waverly-Shell Rock, who went 9-1, 11-1 overall. Now, I don't totally know what makes Waverly-Shell Rock get the bid over Don Bosco. The game's kind of notoriously bad with tiebreaker scenarios. However, Don Bosco and Waverly-Shell Rock both go 9-1 in the conference, 11-1 overall, but it is Waverly-Shell Rock that'll be taking the trip to Arlington to take on Starmont in that conference title game, while Cedar Falls, a very respectable finish for them too, 8-2 in the conference, 10-2 overall. Just 3 or 4 really good football teams this year as we move ahead to the conference championship game, which of course we are all looking forward to. It's the Waverly-Shell Rock Go Hawks and the Starmont Stars in the Iowa Conference Championship from Starmont High School in Arlington. Two teams that met up in Arlington. It was a 34-7 victory for Starmont, but that score is a bit deceiving as Waverly-Shell Rock had their chances and just couldn't quite come up with the plays when they needed them. But this should be a great football game. Of course, the winner automatically into the college football playoffs. No questions asked. They get the automatic bid. The loser very well may still go, but nothing's guaranteed. So we'll have to see what happens. But that's coming up in the very next episode, so you will not want to miss that one. So be sure to come back for that. Thanks so much for watching this episode. It's been a phenomenal regular season. Let's make it even better in the postseason. Thanks so much for watching, guys, and we'll see you back here next time.